What's up, everybody? How you doing? I'm hyper. Let me calm down a little bit. Alright, behind me is our Ricoma EM-1010 house embroidery machine. Is that what we agreed to call it? Home embroidery machine. The Ricoma EM-1010 home embroidery machine. We call it home because we know the MT-1501 is a commercial embroidery machine for doing heavy production stuff like leather and shoes and stuff like that. This one is for lighter stuff like denim on down. Alright, so but we've only been doing flats and denim on it. I haven't yet tested it out for you guys on hats. So we have a red, white, and blue hat right here, and they're dad hats. So we're gonna start off with dad hats, and we're gonna test this thing out to see how it does embroidering on hats. We gotta switch it out, take off the one arm and put on the hat attachment and stuff like that. We're gonna do all that. We're gonna show you guys how it works and how to select and change it, switch it over to hat mode right after this intro, guys. Let's go. Roll it.
Boom, wait a minute, just like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. Now, let's go over to the EM-1010 and let's start switching it over, shall we? Let's do it. So the first order of operation is to take off this attachment completely and put on this cap attachment right here. We gotta remove 1, 2, I think those 2 screws. We might have to, yeah, just these two right here. I'm gonna go with, yeah, just these 2. All right, so we might have to disconnect the 2 screws on the side too, but let me just start with these 2 bolts in the middle and see what happens. Let's go. To start this off on the panel, I'm just gonna move the needle all the way to the side. Right now it's on needle number 5. I'm gonna move it all the way to needle number 1 to get it out of the way. I'm gonna press 1 in a second, but let me zoom out so I can show you what it does when I press needle 1. Moves it all over so I have access to this little screw right here on the side. So now I'm gonna unscrew it. Try and get you guys a little view right here what we're doing now. This attachment that I'm using right now, it's not available, like it doesn't come with your embroidery machine, so you might have to buy it. So it enables me to, I can flick right here. It's a ratchet, and it quickly lets me be able to detach this joint right here very easily. Very easily. Love this. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So I'm just going to unscrew this. I think I got to unscrew it all the way. Alright. So I'm just going to unscrew it all the way. Right here. Now I can go ahead and finish doing it by hand because it's nice and loose. Alright. And I'm just going to set this to the side somewhere careful not to lose it. Go ahead and hit the other one. On the screen, I'm going to go ahead and put it on needle number 10 so I can move all the way over. I'm going to detach from the other side now. Same deal. I'm going to put this little joint in this joint right here and go ahead and undo it just like that. Alright. And I gotta keep on going because it's not loose enough yet. And I love using this ratchet because it makes everything so much easier. Yeah, and I think these are the only 2 you gotta take off because, as you guys can see, the bar is starting to flap about. So I'm just gonna finish loosening up by hand here, and when I'm done loosening up by hand, the bar is gonna just come right off like so. Easy peasy. See that? Boom. Take that right out of the machine right there. Now in the front of the machine, as you are looking at it, you see these 2 little, I'm going to call them nipples up here. And then you see this little roll bar right here. And then let's get our cap driver down below. Ooh, sorry, cap driver. And then we're going to show you what you're going to do. I'm just going to do it. See where the ball bearings are? Put that ball bearing on top of there. Put that down below here. And that just rolls in there just like that. Alright. Just rolls in there just like that. And I'm gonna shimmy this so that the holes line up. And we gotta actually get the back part on top of the cap driver, just like that. Alright, so let me give you guys another angle. So right now you're looking at the back of the machine. What I did was I tilted that up and I just sat it on top of there. Locked it in the two holes. Let me do that again. See those little, there's one of the little nipple things, two holes right here. Boom, I just tilted it up, locked it in that hole right there, and put the two screws, one right there and one on the other side. Just gonna grab one and start putting it in here like so. Tighten it up as much as I can by hand before I use the ratchet tool. Alright, where is it? I tighten. So again, I come over on the control panel, I hit needle. See the needle? Needle number 1. Moves that over to needle number 1. Now you can know what needle it is because here's the needle numbers right here on the front of the machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever needle that's over top of the plate is what needle it's on. And whatever needle it says right here next to the picture of the needle is what needle it's on. So needle number 2, for example, it'll move it over to needle number 2. Needle number 2 is over top of the plate. See? Boop. Needle number 2. Boom, boom. Alright, put it back to 1. So we can have maximum room. So what I'm doing is, as I move it to needle number 1, it moves it over a little bit, giving me access to, because this whole panel, actually I could leave it on 5 as long as I have access to this back part right here, so it doesn't matter. So let me drop this in, back to right over here behind the join. Tighten that up with my hand as much as I can. Then I'm going to use my tool, tighten it up the rest of the way like that. Now I want you guys to know that I've already selected my drawing. Let me exit out of here, press escape. I already selected my artwork. To select artwork, all you got to do is hit file, and I select the artwork from my machine. This is your thumb drive, which is right here. This is your machine, which is the machine. All right, so just like the MT, same functionality, it's just a tiny different layout. I already bought my artwork from the thumb drive. Select the thumb drive, go to the folder, client design. This is the design I bought over. It loads up right here as you select it. If I select that, loads up. And from the thumb drive, you have to first bring it to the machine before you use it on the machine. So for example, I selected this and I hit this button, which is bring this design to the machine, right? Then after it imports it to the machine, you can select the machine and it shows you the files that are on the machine, and then you navigate to the last file on the arrow, right? Last file, which is the fish design, and I press it and it populates right here, and you hit OK. Alright, now I have it and I have everything set up, but the machine doesn't know that the hat hoop is in. Alright, so now I'm going to go design, and I'm going to go to right here, and I'm going to select the hat hoop. Alright, when I select the hat hoop, it's going to move down below. So let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to press it, I'm hit OK, and it's going to move around and get in position for the hat hoop. Alright, and now you see like the width changed. Alright, so yeah, now we can put in a hat. I'm gonna make some more changes to it. It's deep down in the menu because I don't think I'm gonna like the positioning of this. I want to get closer to the brim, so I'm gonna make some changes in the system. Notice how it flipped it around, because the brim of the hat is gonna be facing the machine, closest to the machine, so I had to flip it around so it embroider on the top part of the hat. Anyway, let me hoop the hat now. Alright, the EM-1010, just like the MT-1501, comes with 2 hat hoops. one's already on here, right here. This is one, and this is the other one, along with these clips that you use to secure the hat to the thing. All right, so you want to take this little groove part right here, and there's a groove part up here, and you just push it in and lock it in like so. When it snaps, all right, lock all of them in like so. All right, I'm gonna take off my clips for right now and put them off to the side, and we're gonna start hooping this hat. All right, I'm gonna grab some stabilizer. This is the stabilizer that it came with, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right here. I like to use 2 pieces just to give the dad hat some extra structure. All right, and I'm gonna take my dad hat and I'm gonna open it up. Take the band out, open it up all like this, and what I like to do is I like to straighten out the bill, straighten it out. I curve it backwards so it's nice and straight as possible. Then I go ahead and put this in here. I'm trying to get this, wait a minute, I forgot a step. Okay, so the clip is on, so I gotta unclip that. That might help. Alright, yeah, you gotta do that first. Alright. Because that holds the hat in place. So put this down here, and what I had to do with my other machine is I had to actually bend this up. I might have to do that with this one because it seems like this might not be able to fit under here, and I need it to go under here. I actually had to bend my other one so it can bend up just slightly, just a bit, because this has to go under here. I might be able to rub it in there, but it'll work much easier if I'm just able to, if it could slide in there. Maybe I'll just use one piece of stabilizer instead. Alright, I bent it a little bit more. Didn't bend it too much, but it's still a little too tight. I'm probably gonna bend it a little bit more, some more off camera, but I'm just gonna slide this in here, under here. It's giving me way too much problems getting this in here. But what you want to do is you want to get the sweatband underneath, and you want to jut this underneath there. It's the way it is, and there's a line on here. You guys see that line right there? You want to line it up with this line right here, right? Get that sweatband all the way over there. Keep this straight. The bottom part, you want to get over top of these little bars right here with the sweatband out, right underneath this part right here. And I've showed you guys how to hoop hats before on the MT-1501, so this is just like a repeat. Alright, same thing on the other side, which you can't see right now. Holding the sweatband out, and then I'm going to take this little strap and I'm going to come right across in this little groove right here. Keep this down because that's going to lock onto this bar down here, if it can reach it. If it can't reach it, then I got to loosen this up. Keep this down right here, and yes, down too far, so I gotta adjust the bar real fast. Jeez. Alright, here you go, I adjusted it. For those that want to know, I reached down here, there's a screw right here. You just unscrew this, bring it up a little bit, screw it back in, and that's about it. Easy adjustment. So again, line this up with that little thing slit right there, but I like to bring mine over to the left just a little bit, because when you clamp that down, it's gonna move just a little bit this way. So I bring it just to the left of that little slit, and once again, keep your hat on that part right here, locked in, that part down, lock it in right there, clamp this down. I forgot to turn it to the left a little bit. To the left a little bit. Alright, that's good. Down, clamp it right in. Just like that. Alright, nice and flat. When you take it off, alright, should have your stabilizer right there. Yep, and we're good to go. Let's put it in the machine. Nice and flat. It's not that tight, but it's flat. Alright, so one thing I forgot to do is use the clips. The clips is what flattens it out. Alright, so I'll put it back on there, and watch what I do with the clip. Bring this right here, and see how that flattened that out right there? That's what you gotta do with the clips. You gotta do that. That makes it nice and clean. So you clip this part. Alright. Does make a difference. Clip that down there. Clip this down here. And then you clip the other side with the 2 clips. Now you got a nice flat area right there for the hat, flat surface for the machine to embroider on. Alright. Boom. Might seem like a lot, but it's not. It's just a lot because I'm showing it to you guys right now, but it really is not a lot. Alright. Alright. So let's put this on. This whole thing's coming off because I didn't secure it very well. But yeah, nice flat surface for the machine to embroider on. Nice half structured. Let's go. Let's put it on. Alright, so to put it on, you see this groove right here. There's a groove right here. Can you guys see that? There's a groove right here. Right here. So this part goes on that part right there. Slides right in between there. So you turn it sideways, you go in, rest it on, turn it this way, and then when it lines up it goes in a little bit and just slaps everything into place. Just like that. And to make sure it's placed, you just tap that just slightly. Tap 3 of them, one on this side, one on that side, one on underneath, and make sure it doesn't move, and we're hooped greatly. Alright, and now you can use the arrows on the machine to adjust where you want it to embroider on. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So first off, on the panel, you're going to exit out of here, and then you're going to pick the color that you want this to embroider. So this is a 1-color design. This is a blue hat, so I'm going to pick a white color. So white, I know, is number 5. White is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And yeah, I know it's only 1 color because when I picked 5 it didn't go to the other color. So I hit OK. And now I'm going to adjust it. Alright. Put on needle number 1 for adjustment. It goes to needle number 1 anyway. And what you're trying to do now is you're trying to line it up. See where the seam of the hat is and needle number 1 is? It's not on the seam. So what I'm going to do is hit escape on the screen. And I'm going to move it. Escape on the screen, and as I press over, that's fast. That's to make it go fast. If I hit the middle, make it go slow. Fast, adjust fast, adjust slow, adjust slow, slow, fast, slow. So as I'm pushing this button, it's moving. Let me show you guys while it moves. All right. So here's a shot. Get some light up in here. A little bit of light up in here, so you guys can see. Increase the ISO, why don't I? There we go. So you guys can see needle number 1 is kind of in the center, but not really. So I'm just gonna right there in the center. So now I'm gonna angle it. I want it to be closer to the brim of the hat a little bit. Alright, that's a little closer, right where I want it. So now I'm going to trace the design. I'm going to hit trace on the machine, on the screen, which is right here. This is the trace button right here. And when I hit that trace button, it's going to trace around the hat where it's going to embroider. And what we're doing right there is we're making sure that this does not hit this metal part. So I hit the trace button, and it's going around where it's going to trace, where it's going to embroider. Alright, so now I know exactly where it's going to embroider. Let me hit it one more time. Going to embroider that design all right there, and it's not going to hit that hoop. I want to bring it a little closer, but if I bring it a little closer, it's going to go outside the embroidery area on the screen. So actually that's good. Alright, we're still good to go. Alright. It actually moved it back, so let me do some changes real fast. I'm gonna change the parameters. Give me a second. I'll tell you guys what I'm doing right now. So there's you can access these menus and do whatever you want to do with your machine, but they don't want you to, but I'm going to do it anyway. See how narrow this is in my design? Anytime the design goes outside of this line, it doesn't let you embroider it. So I'm going to make that line, that embroidery area, a little bit bigger. Alright, and what the up and down arrow is doing is moving the whole pantograph back and forth closer and farther away. So I'm just gonna, I gotta exit out of this menu and I gotta go into the menu for the different exit out of here for the different parameters of the hoops. Alright, so give me a second, guys. Let me do this. Alright, hat hoop. See, the Y is only 65. I'm gonna put that on 80. I'm gotta clear it. 80. Okay. Now when I exit, it's a little bit bigger. Alright, it's a little bit bigger. So now I can put that where I want it to be and it won't be outside of there. Alright, it'll be nice and close to the brim. And let me trace again. Nice and close to that bill without hitting. That's perfect. It's centered right up on the seam of the hat right here, and when I hit the trace button, super close without hitting. It might even be touching. Let me see. Let me hit the contour trace, which is going to give me an exact trace of where it's going to go. Alright, so it's not going to hit it at all. Alright, cool. So we're good to go. Hit the contour trace button and it showed me exactly where that design is going to stitch out. Right there. Right back to the middle. Alright, now the contour trace button, what that was this button. This is the regular trace button. After it regular traces, you get the option to do contour trace. Hit the contour trace and it traces out exactly where it's going to go. Got my color selected. Know exactly what I'm going to do. All I got to do now is hit the start button. Alright, I'm going to hit the start button and we're going to see if we have any problems with it embroidering its first embroidery on that hat. Let's see what we got. Give you guys a nice view. Now I'm going to hit the start button. It's going to go over to the proper needle. Needle number 5 and start embroidering. There we go. EM-1010, use my Ricoma affiliate link down in the description below to inquire if you want to get an EM-1010 or an MT-1501. Use my Ricoma affiliate link in the description below this video to inquire about getting your machine. Just fill out the form or whatever. I don't know what you get. Just click on the link and somebody will get back to you. Alright? Alright guys, we are all done. As you guys can see all the way through, no thread breaks whatsoever. Alright, let's take out our hat and check it out. Could have got a lot closer to that brim, but it's all good. Alright, in this case you want to back it up a little bit. Give it some room. I did that faster, but alright, got our design. Alright, let me take it out. Take it off, take the clips off. Woo! Clip went flying. Unhook that. Alright. Here's our design right here on the hat. Nice and straight. Big. Gotta clip these little loose threads a little bit. But overall, looks dope. Let me clip the threads real fast. Give me a second. Come right here with your snips and just snip that off. Snip that off. And some people like to come with a lighter behind it, and then of course you gotta cut your stabilizer from the back. But look at that, that's a good stitch out right there. You gotta cut that stabilizer from the back. But let me put it on and show you guys what it looks like. But nice design. I mean, that's close enough to the brim. It doesn't need to be that closer. I think it looks good. It's huge, you can see it. Let me put it on. About to go ahead and cut and embroider the other the other two. But in the meantime, let me put this little strap back in and show you guys what it looks like on the head. For example, because I know you guys want to see it. It ain't nothing till you try it on. And there you guys go right here. Boom. Boom. Gonna tighten that up a little bit. Right there. Cooking on gas, guys. Cooking on gas. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. The hat is kind of weird, but overall, dope. Dope design right here. That's for client. Repeat business. I guess we could get a little bit closer, but overall delivers the message they want to advertise their bar. I think it looks good. It's perfect. Perfect placement. What do you guys think? Alright guys, so I guess that answers that question. The Ricoma EM-1010 can embroider on dad hats perfectly fine. Alright, now the next step is to test structured hats. Dad hats is easy. It's soft. Let's test structured hats in the next video. I think I know the answer to that question already because the machine came with a structured hat. But that's one thing to get it from the company. It's a totally different thing to do it ourselves. So we're going to do one ourselves in another video. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel so you can see more content like this. We got some gold threads in the mail. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Okay, here we go. We got some gold metallic thread, overexposed, and some silver metallic thread in the mail from Madeira. Shouts out to Madeira. Love you guys. And guys, if you guys want to purchase an EM-1010 like the one I use in this video, use my Ricoma affiliate link down in the description below. I'm a Ricoma affiliate, so every time you use my link, it helps the channel out a lot. Just trying to show you guys how to make some extra cash and get you guys really familiar with the equipment. That way when you get it, you're that more comfortable with it. Half of this game is knowing how to use stuff and being comfortable with it, being comfortable with pressing the buttons, being comfortable with the functionality. So that's why I do my videos so intricately, so that you guys can make a more informed decision. You guys can compare and contrast. You guys can ask questions. But most importantly, you guys can see. You guys can see how to do this stuff. You guys saw me do it. You guys watched it embroider from start to finish. And this is the product that we got. You saw it. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Once again, you saw it, right? I didn't just press the button and skip to the end. You saw the whole thing, right? You saw the whole thing embroider. No needle breaks, right? Alright, so don't want to hear the trash talking. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. It's your boy, Allan Wade. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, A-Dubb Productions on Instagram, Facebook, A-Dubb Productions on Facebook, and visit the merch store, allanawade.com, to buy yourself some channel merch. Gonna throw the black bear shorts done on the EM-1010 on there very soon, so stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys on the next video. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?